All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back, or welcome to all the new people. We're doing the Create Together now, which means we will look at student submissions and even maybe just some of the community submissions and gallery stuff, and just give some feedback, share some ideas, maybe create something together. Who knows? We'll see. But we will be doing this for at least, well, like around an hour now. So yeah. Let me just quickly look at our community, what's happening here. Any ideas? Okay. Let's see what they need ideas with. Alright, we got something by Wrench. So we got this. And this looks like a kind of like a toon shaded can without label on a wood table. And he just wrote any ideas. And my AI version said, wow, that's an impressive screenshot. I love seeing the progress people make in 3D animation. What kind of project were you working on? Okay, the AI was very impressed. Oh, right, sorry, I forgot to unmute myself again. So, the AI was very impressed with the screenshot. I personally am not super sure what I'm looking at. I mean, yeah, as I said, it feels like a drinking can on a wooden table. I mean, this could turn into anything. It looks a little bit like a beach deck, kind of like a little wooden platform on a beach where people are hanging out and like drinking canned sodas. So that's definitely an idea that I could provide. Yeah, and you could have like the can slide into the frame, like we focus on the ocean in the background. We see a little bit of the wood in the foreground, and the can like slides on the wood into the frame. The focus pulls towards the can, and then we have a product shot. I guess that's my idea for now. But Wrench, if you have any more in-depth informations on what you wanna, I don't know, like your direction that you want to take this into, please let us know. Oh, let me see. I think we got some new renders here. Let's see. Oh, Android also sent something new. Very cool. Did color correction in DaVinci Resolve. Alright, let me open that up real quick here. The lighting is really nice. The ocean also feels very nice. Like the movement of the ocean feels a little artificial. I'm just not sure. Like I feel like waves on the ocean would not look like this, but I'm not sure. It's just a feeling that I get. But it looks really satisfying in general. I mean, that's a little bit of a I'm guessing the skybox is ending here, or like the waves don't extend all the way to the background. So in your case, I would just since it's a static shot, also like very easy to fix, I would just create a mask around the water, and just scale it up into this direction so it like covers up the darker portion here and this little yeah, what's left of the sun shining through the background, through the clouds. So yeah, would fix that. The statue looks pretty cool. I'm wondering if there's anything else you could do with the statue. Because in general, just looking at this, I feel very zen. I feel very calmed. So if that's your goal, you achieved it for sure. I could just like, if I don't know, like looking at this, I really feel chill. It's nice. It's a very nice view. So if you wanted to go into that direction, just making it. Wait, is there like some information on this? No, just the color correction DaVinci Resolve. Oh wait, we actually have an uncolor graded version here. Yeah, no, the color correction you did is pretty nice. I like that. You know, I guess if we wanted to make this even more calm, even more calming, I guess I would just decrease the speed of everything just a little bit. But you don't have to, like, this already is really cool. I guess my just biggest question is, where do you want to take this? Do you just want to, like, keep it like this, just like as a nice, maybe like a wallpaper engine background thing you could put on the Steam Marketplace? Because in that case, this would already work pretty well, I think. Yeah, just let me know if you want to take this into any other direction.
क्या?
Hello? Who's this? Was it you, Vistris? Some of your the people you live with, I guess. Alright, whatever. Yeah, pretty cool render, man. I like it a lot. Very, very satisfying. Looks beautiful. Alright, I think we're waiting for Wasim to send us some new renders of his like tank scene he built yesterday. So yeah, we're gonna wait for that at least. In the meantime, we can look at some other stuff too. Honestly, I feel like I could just like keep this here for the whole live stream and we just talk. It's very nice vibe. Let me look at a little bit more at the community. Maybe there's something we can talk about. Oh, I got a nice confirmation for interview guest for in 2 weeks. I'm very excited for that. I'm still waiting for the confirmation for this week's Professional Friday, for the guest that we're gonna have there. But yeah, I have a lot of very interesting people who have a lot to say about this industry and about creativity. Yeah, I think it's definitely gonna stay very interesting for you guys over the next few months with all the guests I'll have over. Let's see. Oh, we got a question from Vistris. How do you use SID? Because every time I render, it just comes noisy. I don't know why. SID. Okay, I'm thinking you mean the super image denoiser, right? So let's just open up Blender. It comes with the BaggerPie tool bag at this point. Like it's not a standalone. It's not a standalone add-on anymore. It's part of the tool bag. Let's see. Do I have it installed right now? Yeah. Oh yeah, not BaggerPie. Pidgeon. Yes. Yeah. There we go. Pidgeon tool bag. So just make sure you use the tool bag instead of the standalone add-on. Okay, let's see. So it comes out noisy. Maybe I have like a scene that we could open. The frogs is pretty easy. Oh, I guess the cyber game room that Adroid sent to us could be a good example, because there's probably going to be a lot of noise from all the different light sources. Let me switch to my second GPU first. Okay, that's good. All right, so in the compositor, you gotta activate use nodes. And where are the nodes? Oh. That's his node setup. Okay, and then here in the Pidgeon tool bag, you can see the super image denoiser. And usually I will always go with the super denoiser, because that way you can just get the best quality. You can click here on detect passes to like see what kind of passes even needs denoising, because not all scenes need to denoise all passes. And then let's click on add super image denoiser. Let's see, where is it? Okay, didn't work. I guess because we don't have output yet. Let's see. Output, composite. There we go. Input, scene. Render layers. Yes, there we go. This is the basic setup for the compositor. Okay, let's try it again. Add super image denoiser. There we go. Okay. Denoise types. Yes. Visual says, do I need to change output from default render settings to like PNG or OpenEXR multilayer? You don't usually need to. Like if you just have normal PNG, it should already work. So okay, let's try this. I'm gonna disable use nodes for now, and I'm just gonna do very low sample amount, like 100, I guess. Disable the denoise. Okay, let's render that. So we should get a pretty noisy image now. Honestly, Cycles has become so good, like even with just 10 samples, it's not extremely noisy. It used to be really, really bad. It's done. Okay, so now we got one render with 100 samples. No denoising, right? Like I guess the most obvious is like the glass shaders. They always make a lot of noise. You don't have enough samples. So this part of the image is really good benchmark. All right, let's just use the second slot to render with denoiser. So I'm just gonna render that again. It should immediately work. Like maybe you need to send me a project file or something, like maybe something is set up wrong that I can find. But usually it should work immediately. Let's just see if it's true, if it just works. Spliff, you give my startup file to everyone. the one I shared with you when you were working at Mori, right? Thanks, man. Yeah, I put a lot of care into it to make it like, yeah, just work really well. Oh, okay, so you can see like the denoiser, it really made a big difference. Like, I mean, that's a little, you see a little bit of splodginess, right? But like compared to the original, it's like it's so clean. It's extremely clean, and it doesn't look. I mean, it doesn't really look denoised. It just looks good. It just looks clean, and it also just worked. So I'm not super sure why your image comes out noisy. Are you using PNG or multi-layer EXR? Because if you use multi-layer EXR, it could be that the standard multi-layer that you use is the noisy output and not the... Oh, you are using multi-layer. Yeah, okay, in that case, let's see. So we're using this multi-layer EXR. Image. So this one already goes in. But if you have it set up like this, it should... The standard layer, like the image layer, should just be the standard denoised one. Yeah, send over your project file, because I'm really not sure why that is not working for you right now. Can you post screenshots of both? And so, okay. You mean from the noisy and not noisy, right? Yeah, let's do that. I wonder if there's like a comparing function here. Oh, actually, I think we can do that in the compositor. Let's try that. I'm just gonna use the standard output for now, so we can work a bit quicker. Actually, just for testing this thing. So I'm just gonna, what my plan right now is to like create a little mask, one, so we can just like see the undenoised and the denoised one. So we're gonna mix these two. Mix, here we go. And then for this value here, we need a gradient, some kind of mask. Utilities. Switch split. Oh, we actually have a split. Oh, perfect. Okay, so yeah, there's already a note for what I wanted to do. So just the denoised one versus the noisy one, right? So these ones, yeah. Oh, actually, let's just plug in these so we can just work quicker, so it doesn't need to denoise every time. Alright, here we go. And now the factor changes the position. Perfect. Okay, so that should work very nice. Now we put that in here. We put this in here again. Now we should get a nice A-B split. I don't see it though. Is it because it's standard? Let's see. I don't know. That didn't work. Okay, I'll just post the screenshot here for you, Kim. So this is the denoised. Sec. Let me just put that in here. This is the denoised, and this is the not denoised. Yeah. Blender SID denoiser versus noisy. Kim. Oh no. Spliffium. Here you go. Yeah, I think you can see the difference pretty clearly now. Boop, boop. Okay, the switch is a bit slow. Ah, here you go. Yeah. Oh yeah, it works really well. Samya. Yo, Samya, what's up?
Hey, man.
Yeah, but it's still nice that you show up, even if you're a bit late.
Yeah, I just had a call with a client, so I had to go. Now I'm back. Yeah.
Spliffum asked, or was that Blender native comparison? I actually didn't use Blender native denoiser, but we can. I closed the program. The Blender native denoiser, which is optics or what was it? Open image? Was it open image denoiser? I think so, from Intel. Those are also really good, but the SID basically uses the open image denoiser from Intel and just like does the denoising on every kind of like render pass separately. That way you just have much more clean raw information and that gets composited back together. So yeah, it basically uses the same technology as the open image denoiser. It just uses more of Blender's information to make it look clean. Samya asked, did you ever try Neat Denoiser? Yeah, honestly, Neat Denoiser is also really, really good. it totally works. Like I haven't done a direct comparison between that and SID, for example. But I did use Neat Video Denoiser all the way back before there was any denoising in Blender, and it always worked really well too. Like I imagine it's not going to be as good as SID now, but yeah, it's still a really good option. Let's see. Vistris sent me the project file. Okay, let's see. So this one is where he gets a noisy image as a result when using SID. Oh, interesting. Spliff uses Neat for volume denoising. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sadly the denoising of volumes still doesn't work that well in Blender. Oh, Somya, yeah, Neat Video also works really well in DaVinci. I use it in DaVinci all the time in Fusion. We should have the project file now. Yeah, here we go. Let's see if we can find the problem of why it's not denoising. Okay, I'm gonna allow this. Allow execution. Okay, cool. So got this little shot here. That's Jet, right? Yeah, nice, nice. All right, okay. So let's just let's just render frame, see what happens. Loading render kernels. Why is it loading the render kernels now? I've used this version of Cycles a lot already. Delicious. Ignore my light paths. I was testing something. The light paths, like the settings in here. Oh my god, it's 32 for all of them. Woof. That's a lot. I wonder if that. I mean, in my experience, everything above 8 didn't really make a difference anymore. I mean, even above 4, like 4, still, like you can see all the steps from 1 to 4 light bounces. There's like big step ups all the time, but like from 4 to 8, there's like little step ups, like you can see it a little bit more detailed. But after 8, honestly, there's not much difference. The only time that I use more light bounces is when there's a lot of transparency, right? Like for example, some tree models use a lot of transparent leaves to render, and if you don't have enough light bounces in the transparent section, then they will just become black because the light ray just doesn't continue anymore, so it just returns black into the camera. But yeah, everything else really doesn't need that many light bounces. He's just setting light paths, pretending he has a Quadro A6000. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it doesn't make any sense to have that many light bounces. no matter what you do. I mean, in my experience at least. I guess if you have like if you're doing one still render for like a big commercial project, if you just have to render it once, right? Like I guess it makes sense to like have a lot of light bounces. That way you just make sure, even if you can't actively maybe tell the difference between the two renders, you know that it's gonna feel the most realistic because it's using so much detail in the bounces. Is the compositing already activated? Yeah, okay. Okay, let's see. So you have this. You have an additional denoiser after the super image denoiser. That's interesting. Why did you do that? It wasn't coming with denoise, so to test I added it at last. I see, okay. But it still came noisy. So that means it just doesn't... Just the node just doesn't do anything, right? Did you... Wait. Was it only in the view? Because... Could it be that you have... like here in this... I mean, right now it's correct. Like combined should show the composited... export. Yeah, let's just see what happens when we hit the final sample. Bow, 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 bow. I should have just put down the max samples before I hit render, but we're almost done now anyways. Oh yeah, that's a good catch already, Wasim. Yeah, you have the denoise enabled here, which usually I think it would not be a problem. I think I did that too in the past sometimes, because I think the denoiser that happens here happens at the end of the composite. I'm not sure, but I feel like I've done that too in the past. This is what's done. Oh, it is denoised for me, but that could be from this denoiser. Wait, let's see. So viewer, where is it? It's compositing. Okay, it is denoised. So just the original image, is that already denoised or not? It's already wait, no, it's not. Wait, how do we scale in for the background? Wait a second, I'm just gonna do the image editor here. Render result. This is denoised, yeah. Is this the same? Wait. I don't know if I'm seeing correct right now. Composite. View layer, composite. Ah, okay, there's a difference between composite and view layer. View layer is not denoised. Composite is denoised. The composite is what you get as the main image layer if you're using OpenEXR. Okay, but let's try again. So I think what I was saying is that the composite output is kind of like its own view layer. So like in this OpenEXR file now, we can actually test it. Let's see. So we got that. I'm gonna save this. This is OpenEXR, download, untitled, yeah, whatever. So let's see if that's true. Okay, so we get all of these here combined. Yeah, so that's the thing. The composite layer is the one that you get with the Blender denoising. So with the render denoise, right, like the denoise you use here, that's what you get for the composite layer, and the combined is the one that you get with your compositing setup, right? So that means the combined actually isn't denoised. Yeah. So these nodes are not working properly. Let's figure that out then. First of all, I'm gonna disable the render denoise. You can, like, as in my experience, you can totally have it enabled, so that way you have a version that's like using optics, because it's a separate render layer anyways. It's this combined composite combined layer. Yeah, the view layer combined is the actual output from your nodes. It just says it comes good with combined, but when I try composite using passes in After Effects, it shows noisy image every pass. Yeah, that's normal that all these passes are denoised, are not noisy, because you are not feeding them into the multi-layer EXR. It's not actually putting that information in here. So if you want to have those separate passes, like the environment and everything denoised, like you see it exports them, right? Like it gives you them back as a denoised version, but then you need to set up a multi-layer EXR export in the compositor, which is a bit like extra steps. Like I find it a little bit annoying, but what you basically want to do is use multi-layer EXR. Yeah, that should be it. File. Ah, there we go. So yeah, so this will now actually write, like you can go into the node settings here. This will now actually write a multi-layer EXR where all the passes are denoised. So maybe that's what you meant. Which basically means that if you do this, you do a double job. So basically you can use this as your EXR export, and in here you can have just a JPEG export as like a proxy or something. Yeah, that's how I did it some time ago, but like how I do it right now, I do only use this OpenEXR export, and I don't use this this thing here. I only use the composite output, because most of the time when I want to use the separate passes, I denoise them in the compositor with some tools like Neat Video, because I just don't need them that much. I guess it depends on your workflow. If you need them all the time, using this this multi-layer export here definitely makes more sense. Yeah, you should definitely be using this if you use the export the passes a lot. But I don't know if we actually solved your problem yet. Well, let me just delete everything here. Just have the basics. And I'm gonna do in fresh render just to be sure that we're not doing anything funky here. That's all good. Let's just make the samples really low so we can actually see that it's the noise a lot. We've got an off-topic question from Somya. Will you be organizing any kind of weekly or monthly challenges or giving prompt or something like that? Yeah, I was actually planning on to do that every Monday, to like give you guys prompts. And I also actually started already talking with companies about like sponsoring these kind of challenges, like giving us prizes and stuff for you guys. But I didn't, like, I can't say anything about that yet. That just comes when it works out. But yeah, I want to do that. Yeah, definitely. And I guess I also want to like do those challenges with you guys in the Create Together weeklies, right? I just felt like since I'm trying to focus a little bit more on marketing for the school right now, I don't want to put too much time. I want to do like the things that I think are important, right? Like the mentoring, like being here every day for you guys to bounce off ideas and like give feedback and stuff. But yeah, I feel like I need to focus a little bit on marketing too right now, put a little bit more time there. But yeah, since you guys want to do that, I'll make sure that next Monday you'll have a nice prompt to start with. I'll think of some ways to like make this a little bit more interesting than just some prompts. Yeah, so stay tuned for next Monday when we will have when you will have some inspiration for a render challenge. But I definitely imagine these kind of render challenges are something that will develop and evolve a lot through the time of the school. Alright, let's see. So, oh yeah, we need the viewer node here, right? I forgot that. We need the viewer to see the backdrop. Okay, so we got a very noisy image now. And let's just try with BaggerPy to just like add it in here, add super denoiser. Alright, so let's see. It does something now. Let's see if it actually works this time. Okay, so it works. So I guess what your problem was then that just the separate layers didn't get denoised, right? Because yeah, the denoiser itself does work for me. So if you want to denoise the separate layers, as I said, you need to enable the multi-layer export here. And then yeah, you just like set your output path here, and then you will get all the different layers denoised, and then you can composite them without having noise in there. I think that should solve your problem. Let me know if you have any other questions about